Hello, Planet Pokey! It's been a long time since I posted here. I really got to get better about, the times in between of me posting, because they tend to be like 2 to 3 months, and I'm thinking you guys like to hear me more than like that. You might not, I don't know. But anyway, here's a Wi-Fi battle, because, that's what I like to post here. I like to post some Wi-Fi battles. So this is actually a Wi-Fi battle I had against a friend named 10Vivman, and it's a UU battle. It's on texture hack, so it's gonna show different colors, of course. And that's basically gonna be that. So he leads off with Darmanitan, I lead off with Bronzone. I obviously am not liking the favors right there, so we can go ahead and switch. He goes straight for the Flare Blitz, surprisingly enough. At least he didn't go for the U-turn. If he'd gone for the U-turn, it could have been potentially a little bit dangerous for me. So at least I got lucky in that respect that he just wanted to go straight for the Flare Blitz. So now in comes the Zapdos, and I'm going to Scald, and basically, get the burn, get lucky. That lovely 30% chance for Scald that seems to somehow always get more than the 30% chance for burning. So here I'm going to switch out, because obviously this is not a good matchup for me, so I'm going to switch here. He's actually going to manage to predict the switch and go for, I'm guessing, what would be a Hidden Power Grass, because that's what it seems like it was. Did neutral damage, so that's probably a good guess. So now Bronzone's going to come in, and I'm going to just Thunderbolt, no big deal. And basically, unfortunately for me, this is my choice Scarf King, so I do have to switch out, because, well, guess what, I can't really do anything. So, I know he's going to set up the Stealth Rocks. I figure this might as well be a good time for me to set up the Stealth Rocks as well. I mean, because he's either going to switch out or stay in for whatever reason. I don't know why he would stay in. But he'll do one of those things, so I'm going to go ahead and set up this Stealth Rocks. As well as he brings in his Zapdos. So, yeah, I don't know. The Zapdos was interesting because it was actually bulky, as opposed to a straight special attacker with speed. So, yeah, that kind of, you'll see that kind of is very interesting a little bit later on. Go for the Hidden Power. Apparently I must be running Hidden Power Fire or something. I'm not really, sure why. I guess for other, I'm gonna guess for other Bronzones or any Steel type, because, yeah, not very effective. So it's obviously Hidden Power Fire. For whatever reason I thought it was Hidden Power Ice. Not really sure why. I mean, I guess that would have made kind of sense, but yeah. Didn't. So, I get lucky he doesn't burn me with Scald. I always want to say Scald, but I guess it's Scald, technically. Anyway, I get lucky he doesn't burn me. I managed to Toxic him, which is fantastic. So now I'm going to switch out here, because I have a feeling he's going to go for the Rapid Spin. I just really do. And so he does. If I actually kept with that feeling, I probably could have gone for the Stealth Rocks again. But then again, he could always go for Scald and burn my Bronzone, and then its usefulness would be diminished a little bit. So, yeah, obviously, he knows I'm going to go for the Rapid Spin, so he's going to bring in Zapdos to get a little bit of an advantage here. And, basically, yeah, get rid of Rocks. Rocks are no longer on either side of the field, which is fascinating and interesting. And fantastic. Fortunately, his Zapdos still takes damage in the form of Burn. So now it's time to bring in a Bronzone again, and he goes for the Heat Wave, and misses! This is why Heat Wave is often not run over Flamethrower, because only 5 base more power to miss is not really worth it. But of course, Zapdos can only learn the Heat Wave for a boosted Fire-type attack, so that's that. Darmanitan comes in now, as I set up the Stealth Rocks, and basically I'm going to switch out here, because, I figure he might randomly go for a Flare Blitz. Even if he doesn't, Rhyperior is kind of a safe-ish switch-in, I guess. I mean, it's not the safest switch-in, but at least I can take a hit with Rhyperior pretty nicely. So, there is that. So right here, basically, I am going to switch out because, yeah, Scald kind of threatens me a little bit. And he indeed goes for it, and I figure Bronzone is probably, honestly, the best to absorb it, because I really don't want my Blastoise, burned. Because, if anything, Bronzone eventually is going to be foddered off, so I could, get rid of it. So now he brings in his Bronzone, as I go for the Stealth Rocks, predicting him to actually go for the Rapid Spin, so, A little bit of an over-prediction there, but it's okay. It's okay, it'll work. So I'm gonna bring in my lovely little Blastoise, and he, so I was kind of, you know, we were actually, like, talking on Facebook and stuff, and I was, hey, what would you do if I told you I was heat-proof? And so he wanted to test out the theory. And I'm gonna roar, because I figure he's either, you know, gonna go for the Stealth Rocks, or he's going to do damage to me. In this case, he actually Toxics me, so both Blastoises are toxic, which is very, very sad. You know, Blastoise is such a cool Pokemon, it doesn't deserve to be poisoned. Anyway, so I can tell he's going to go for the Rapid Spin here, so I figured might as well get Bronzong in. And his Scalds really don't do that much. In fact, I think they do like maybe my leftover recovery damage. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe a smidgen more. But regardless, I know I can easily get up Stealth Rocks again. So in comes the Nidoking, which is, let's put it this way. I really don't have anything safe to switch in for Nidoking, so he's going to go for the Earth Power. Again, testing to see if I really am heat-proof, because I kind of messed with his head there. So, and I'm sure he actually would believe that I would actually do it too. So, yeah, I actually managed to take a Fire Blast, despite not being heat-proof, which is fascinating. And, so, yeah, that's kind of amazing. I'm going to need Bronzong, though, since he does still have a spinner, so I'm going to switch here. And, he's going to go for the Thunderbolt. I don't know why Thunderbolt. I guess he expected Blastoise to switch in as opposed to my Rhyperior, and I know Rhyperior can easily take one because of Solid Rock. And, he doesn't take it quite as nicely as I would have hoped, but I guess I don't have that much special defensive investment on Rhyperior anyway. And it is a Nidoking with Sheer Force and Life Orb, so it is obviously going to be doing a lot of damage. So now Honchkrow comes in. Okay, Honchkrow. I know what you're going to try and do. You're going to try and Sucker Punch me, and I really don't appreciate you trying to do that. Instead he goes for the Superpower. I don't know why the Superpower. I guess because it was a better play than the Sucker Punch. So unfortunately I lose my Stealth Rock setter, which means I have to kind of, you know, try and prevent his Blastoise from getting the rock. Spin the rocks away now. So, yeah. He's going to withdraw his Honchkrow for whatever reason. I'm not really sure why. And he's going to bring in Bronzong. I'm going to go for the Fake Out because I know that Fake Out obviously has priority over Sucker Punch. So, I would have gone first. However, it goes to be useless on Bronzong. So, I'm going to have to U-turn here into my Blastoise because I know that he's probably going to go for the Stealth Rocks, but instead, for whatever reason, he goes for the Gyro Ball, which is fascinating, because I didn't actually expect him to actually carry Gyro Ball as well. It actually seems like we were running the same Bronzong, which is kind of strange when you think about it, but oh well, it works, it's cool. So I'm going to go for the Scald and manage to get the burn, fortunately for me. And I'm sure, you know, he was probably raging a bit, considering that he absolutely never got a burn on my my lovely little Bronzong, but now my Bronzong's dead. So now here comes in Blastoise. I'm gonna go for the Roar because I actually predicted the switch into something. I actually predicted the switch into Zapdos, but I figured, you know, roaring anything out is, you know, benefiting me regardless. So yeah, might as well. Might as well. So at this point, I'm kind of gonna Rapid Spin and get rid of his rocks, and then because he really can't do anything. He can go for an Earthquake. And at this point, I'm really trying to sacrifice my Blastoise because I have, again, no safe switch in. And if I can get a safe switch into his Blastoise that can easily take it out, I don't have to worry about the rocks on his side of the field getting off, which is nice. So here goes the Scald, and I believe that Toxic is going to manage to take me out this time around. But, yeah. It got a little bit stally at that point. I do apologize, but, you know, it happens. It kind of happens. So now is a safe time for me to bring in my Mienshao, and guess what? I can Fake Out U-turn shenanigans because he can't do anything, and the rocks on his side of the field are going to be gone. This is basically the main reason that he hates Mienshao is because Mienshao can do this. It's not like the most preferred set anymore because basically everyone wanted to go to a Choice Scarf set because I actually don't know why. I guess Fake Out was not that useful considering all the Ghost-type Pokemon in UU. So I'm going to switch into my Rhyperior. I know Rhyperior is going to die this time. And that's kind of the idea behind this, is that it's going to be death fodder. So here comes the hidden power grass, and unfortunately I do lose my Rhyperior. My Rhyperior really didn't get a shine that much, and it's actually one of the star players of the team, believe it or not. Anyway, Zapdos is sitting here, being threatening, but then again, I have Victini, who can Glaciate. And this is the exact point that I found out. He obviously has some sort of defensive investment. And he also gets lucky with the paralysis, which I guess kind of makes up for the fact that he didn't get the burn all this time on the Scalds, and I got burn on almost every Scald I did. So, you know, I guess it makes up for it. But apparently, he's running a somewhat defensive Zapdos. Because Glaciate normally would have been able to take out Zapdos at that range, and that's why I did it as opposed to like V-Crit or something. But, oh well. Oh well. And so, here comes the all-powerful Ice Beam. Guess what? I'm a Nidoking, so you're not going to survive that, thankfully, which is fantastic. Unfortunately, now we have a Darmanitan who gets a free switch in. Fortunately, I have Death Fodder now in the form of my Victini, who manages to take 2 Flablets, which is going to be very, very handy, believe it or not, because I can just basically survive, and yeah, guess what? You guessed it. I can go for the Fake Out, okay? I can go for the Fake Out like that, and then I can switch out and get all my health back, and then if I have to, I can go for the Fake Out again. And so that's the plan here. That's what we're going to do. We're going to sacrifice the Nidoking, because Nidoking's going to die, because it's a freaking Darmanitan. It's just all that. It's that powerful. Let's be honest. And so Darmanitan's going to die to recoil. And fortunately for me, because I have Mienshao, I can Fake Out, take out Honchkrow, and then I can finish it off with a U-turn or something if I really need to, because Sucker Punch isn't going to take me out, even though it is a Honchkrow, and Honchkrow's pretty powerful. However, he was at the point that Life Orb could KO him, so I'm going to manage to win and narrow 1-0. Hope you guys enjoyed, and hope you guys like Mienshao. I mean, seriously, that thing's powerful. But, yeah, we'll see you guys later. Goodbye.